Hello, this is Coffee Hound Retro Sharka, and welcome back to another TechBytes. Yes, another one, but yes, I'm digging into some really interesting stuff. Some with the PlayStation, so close to my heart, PlayStation 1 and 2. And yeah, this is one of the lovely PlayStation Underground demo discs, the video magazine discs. And it's got a bunch of stuff that's just, really cool hype from the time. This is from 2000, late 2000 by the look of it. And it's got the transition time between the PlayStation 2 and the PlayStation 1, and PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2. And so yeah, there's more of that kind of hype. But yeah, it's got some Metal Gear Solid stuff, it's got PlayStation 2 hype, PlayStation 1 coming out as well, so some cool stuff about that. So yeah, I just had to put this little video together about, and I hope you enjoy watching it. So what we'll do is we'll roll the introduction, which has got, yes, Frankie Muniz from Malcolm in the Middle, which was like the hot new show for this time. So yeah, roll it, Sharka.
I know you can't wait to get your hands on a PlayStation 2, but thanks to Frankie Muniz, I got mine already and it rocks.
Hey Maggie, speaking of Frankie Muniz, I've got a video feed coming in from the set of Malcolm in the Middle. He's calling every half hour for you.
Really? Put him on. Hey Freddie, Frankie, how's your PlayStation 2?
Yeah, haha, very funny. You know what I want.
Huh?
Games. I was in such a hurry to leave the E3 convention, I forgot to grab games.
Oh, you mean like these?
Oh, you're gonna share, right?
Hold on a sec. Okay, gang, here's what's packed into this issue. We set up an exclusive interview with Hideo Kojima, director of Metal Gear Solid 2, to get the 411 on this incredible sequel. Whether you've yet to pick up a copy of Grind Session or you're a seasoned skating veteran of the game, a new segment has some of the pro skaters and developers showing you insider tips on hidden challenges and how to push your level of performance. I'm not the only one around here sporting a hot new look. Check out the PS1, the newest addition to the hardware lineup.
But what about the PlayStation 2 games?
Glad you asked. We went out to the Hard Rock Fest in Chicago with our newly renovated PlayStation 2 truck. See what the fans had to say about this incredible gaming system. And since our PlayStation 2 roundup went over so well in the last issue, we put another one in this issue, so you can see the latest footage in action.
Maggie, you're not gonna give me any of those PlayStation 2 games, are you?
Nope.
Well, the Pixar mom energy was strong there with Maggie. But yes, I've never actually watched Malcolm in the Middle. It's that kind of one of those shows that just flew by me. So yeah, I know of Frankie Muniz, and that's it. That's as far as my knowledge goes. But yeah, so it's a cool intro, and yeah, it shows you some really nice stuff coming up. So what we'll do is we'll get to the first and the main meat of the disc for me, which is the Metal Gear Solid 2 stuff and some Kojima things. So yeah, here we go.
At E3, the biggest video game trade show of the year, one game dominated conversation. Every hour, huge crowds gathered to watch the preview of Metal Gear Solid 2: Sons of Liberty.
1 minute, Metal Gear Solid 2.
Many said later it was the most amazing game footage they'd ever seen.
It was incredible.
I've never seen any video game like it before.
It's reason to buy PlayStation 2 alone.
The director of the series, Hideo Kojima, is now back in Japan hard at work, but he took a short break to give PlayStation Underground subscribers an exclusive inside look at the game.
The response to Metal Gear Solid 2 at E3 was well beyond our expectations. And while we are very happy, it's also a little scary. We're going to spend the next year creating the game, and we're using the high expectations as a positive source of tension. Does anything we've created yet exceed my expectations? No. While working with hardware and human limitation, we're trying our best to create a game that is as close as possible to the vision I have imagined in my mind. Although I don't know what will happen later, Right now, it's not something that has exceeded that image yet. But when the game is completed, and many different people play what is closest to the game I have imagined, they take it beyond my own imagination. That's what's fun about games. What's our biggest challenge? To capture what gamers want in a sequel. It is not easy to find out what they want or what series features they like the most. Secondly, the fact that we're developing on a new platform, the PlayStation 2, offers a challenge. The series could evolve many different ways on the PS2, but what evolutions will gamers be comfortable with? They want features they liked in the previous game, yet we still have to create surprises too. We've been working with the military advisor, Motasada Mori. He's given us advice on how to use and carry different weapons, and he contributed to improving the game's enemy AI. He was valuable in teaching us troop formation, especially clearing. We practiced this formation ourselves, and that helped us put it into the game realistically. People notice how much detail we put in the game and wonder what details we have to leave out. My main goal is to create atmosphere. Therefore, human figures, including both Snake and the enemies, are rather simplified. Also, low-priority background objects are simplified. The calculating power saved there will be allocated to factors like rain splatters, wind, and headbands that help create atmosphere. Our art team leader is Yuji Shinkawa. I met him 6 years ago right after I graduated college. He is amazing because he's young and his art style is so passionate, yet his lines are very mature, like someone who's been in the business for decades. He also comes up with many innovative ideas. I'll throw him a couple character concepts, and he will throw them back to me with a bunch of unexpected twists and surprises.
As in the previous series, I'm the character and mechanics designer. Because we're making a sequel, I thought our challenges would be easier than in the previous game, but now I'm finding them more difficult. I'm working through trial and error. With the new PlayStation 2 hardware, I need to incorporate more details in the art and think more about the settings. We still have a ways to go, but I hope everyone's looking forward to this game.
When I make a game, I want it to have a message or theme that I can communicate through the dozens of hours that users play the game. It's very difficult to communicate something while the user is playing the game and so much information is being processed at once. With Metal Gear Solid 2, I'd like to explore how our digital era will evolve and the effects it might have on us. To do that, I'm using a digital medium. Will there be a third Metal Gear Solid? Others may be able to plan a series in advance and figure out each sequel. But I'm the type of person who wants to do everything now and put everything I can into what I'm currently working on. I'm creating the game without thinking about Metal Gear Solid 3. I want to put everything that would go into the third series into the second one.
久しぶりだな、兄弟。お前は、そう、俺だよ。
So yeah, that was some awesome behind the scenes stuff, and having played through Metal Gear Solid in the last couple of years, Kit and I played through it in sometime in 2020, and yeah, that it felt even more prescient now than it did in 2001. It's such a fantastic game with some prescient messaging, and yeah. Alright, we've got up some PS1, the little slim mini PlayStation stuff coming up now, so let's get on with it.
It's in 1 out of every 4 US homes with over 70 million units sold worldwide. So what can we do to make the original PlayStation better? Shrink it. This is the newly redesigned compact version of the PlayStation called PS1, released in September.
It's about a third of the size of the original PlayStation and much lighter too. So it's really much easier to take with you on trips, take with the family, take over to a friend's house to play. I think one of the benefits is that we've actually redesigned the on-screen display and also offers you the option to choose different sound effects when you're using the PlayStation as a CD player, for example. We've also announced another cool peripheral for the system, which will be available sometime next year in Japan and sometime after that in overseas markets like North America. And that is a 4-inch high-performance LCD screen, which can be connected to the PS1 and allow you for greater flexibility for portable play. One of the key benefits in Japan is with the advance of cell phone technology, which is called iMode in that country. The PS1 will be able to be connected to cell phones to allow you to download games and also exchange information with memory cards. We hope obviously to explore possibilities of connectivity for mobile communications in this market eventually too. The PS1 obviously will be positioning for a younger market, for an entry-level gamer who perhaps is new to the world of video gaming, whereas as everyone knows, the PS2 offers a much broader range of computer entertainment. We're really pleased because you really have for the first time kind of end-to-end solution to cater for all sorts of gamer in the same household.
Plug your PS1 in anywhere. It's now easier to take your favorite games with you. The world of PlayStation keeps on changing, and we'll keep you on top of the new opportunities.
I do love the PS1. The PS2 Slim's great, and so is the Xbox 360 Slim, even though it's not really that slim compared. I know it's called Slim really, but yeah, the Chrome, and that's my Xbox. That's it. Almost 12 years now. But yeah, the PS1 is my favourite hardware revision because it's just so small and cute. I know it's got some flaws and issues, but yeah, its design feels so much in tune for the time. It was a great decision, especially with the whole LCD screen and stuff, which is just so cool to do as well. But yeah, it's great seeing that. So what we'll do is we'll finish it off with some very bombastic PlayStation 2 hype and some very early 2000s attitude. So what I'll do is I'll say in advance, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me for this TechBytes. Hope you've enjoyed digging into the video bits of this PlayStation Underground disc. And until the next whatever bites I do next, this is Coffeehound Retro Sharka saying enjoy this next clip and signing off.
How do you top off a perfect day of rock and roll? Listening to 12 hot bands headlined by Metallica? What if the day included a chance to be one of the first gamers in North America to try out the PlayStation 2? That's what happened at the Hard Rock Cafe Rockfest on July 22nd near Chicago. It was the premiere of the new PlayStation touring attraction, a 68-foot air-conditioned trailer that lets more than 60 people at a time check out the PlayStation 2. What did they think?
We were so impressed. It was beautiful.
It's starting to look like people now. Extra true people. About as realistic as you're gonna get.
Racing games were fast. They look a lot better. The backgrounds are a lot clearer and everything. The sound is awesome.
It beats anything that's come out. I mean, I started playing games back with Pong and Activision, so I've seen the changes and it's great.
I want a PlayStation 2 now! You see this truck anywhere you go and you follow that truck.
As soon as it comes out, I'm down.
How gripping were the games? The guy in the background couldn't be distracted. Throughout the day, the truck attracted all kinds of people. That included performers from on stage like Stephen Fitzpatrick and Jimmy Madla, guitarist and drummer for Veruca Salt, and Ed Robertson, singer and guitar player from Bare Naked Ladies. What did they think of PlayStation 2?
Awesome. I cannot wait to get one.
Felt great. The games look amazing. The demos look great.
It's the ultimate gaming machine.
When do musicians get to play?
Video games are a good merger with rock and roll lifestyle because we spend so much time on a tour bus.
Fortunately, we have a television and PlayStation system that we enjoy routinely. It eats up hours and it just flies when you got the controllers in your hand.
What's been their longest PlayStation marathon?
I went home for Christmas a couple years ago when Final Fantasy VII, I believe it was, came out, and I logged about 40, 50 hours in the week I was home. My mother's never forgiven me.
You know what, probably the most intense binge of all is like racing game binges with some of the crew guys on the bus, like Gran Turismo 8-hour stretches.
GT 2000.
Yeah, GT 2000.
That's pretty much going to do it for me. I love the Underground.
From rock stars to rock fans, demand for the PlayStation 2 is huge. What's a good strategy for getting yours? We asked around.
The day it comes out. Just gonna get up early, go to the store, and get it.
I want a PlayStation 2 now!
My girlfriend has buying me a PlayStation 2 for my belated birthday present. It's one of the best birthday presents I'll have for a long time.
Don't ask a bad question, I'll kick your butt.
Will you buy me PlayStation 2?
For $299, it's a value in a DVD. Yes, I am going to do that for you. Son, I love you, man.
Buy it online. It's the only way to fly.
Yeah.
No more standing in lines.
Nah, no lines for us. Order it up, get it shipped right to the door. Get playing it as soon as possible.
I'm gonna have to quit my job.
Yeah, let's quit our jobs.
Yeah, we're out.
All right.